This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with breaking news for you today at noon. It didn't take long for a jury to find a Fargo man guilty today of killing his girlfriend and setting her apartment on fire. 44-year-old Sheldon Davis faced murder, arson, and endangering by fire or explosion charges in connection to the August 2019 death of 52-year-old Denise Anderson. Court documents say Davis went over to his friend's house after the fire and told his friend that he had done something bad. The friend told police that Davis confessed to leaving the stove on at his apartment and that he had talked before about wanting to kill Anderson because of pending domestic and sexual assault charges that she had filed against him. During 2 jailhouse interviews with Valley News Live, Davis maintained his innocence. New at noon, the state of Minnesota is loosening COVID restrictions. Here are some of the changes that will start on Monday at noon. Social gatherings will be allowed for up to 50 people outdoors and 15 people indoors. Bars and restaurants can increase capacity to 75% with a limit of 250 people. Entertainment venues, gyms, fitness centers, and pools can increase to 50% capacity. The occupancy limit has also been removed for religious services and in salons, but social distancing is still required. And Minnesotans are still strongly urged to continue to wear masks. And of course, all this is good news for Twins fans. Fans will now be allowed at Target Field for the 2021 season, starting with the home opener on April 8th. Officials at Target Field say the safety of their fans is still their main priority, and they are now reviewing the new directives and putting together a reopening plan. Fans can expect an announcement, including ballpark protocols and ticket plans, in the near future. A woman was hurt and is now in the Clay County Jail after a crash in downtown Moorhead. 19-year-old Kiera Kukowski was arrested for reckless driving and fleeing from police. Officers say she was originally spotted speeding on I-94 from Fargo into Moorhead. An officer tried pulling her over, but she did not stop. The officer called off the chase because of the driver's speed and erratic driving heading from the interstate into downtown Moorhead. 2 officers were following the car when they saw it hit another vehicle at 8th Street and Main Avenue, of course, right near the popular downtown Moorhead DQ. The woman was booked into the Clay County Jail after being treated for injuries. I am loving the sunshine out there this afternoon, and it already feels pretty nice outside, too. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green to see what we can expect as this Friday goes on.
Good afternoon. We are looking at much improvement from this morning. Even right now, as you mentioned, it's feeling a little better, and we'll climb from there too. And taking a look at our low temperatures today, it was pretty chilly. Bemidji got down to 2 below. A couple of other places like Warren dropped below 0 as well this morning. So quite cold, especially when you compare it to us setting those high temperature records earlier this week when we were in the 60s, so a huge difference here. So chilly morning. Fargo got down to 6 degrees in Grand Forks. The sun is helping things out. That March sunshine really helping to melt the snow too. You can see that on our sky cam there at the bottom of the screen. A lot of that snow is gone, and we'll continue to see those numbers rise above freezing to help melt it as well. Fargo's at 31 at the moment. Grand Forks 33. It's 27 in Thief River Falls. Bemidji's at 25. So a nice big jump from this morning. We're 27 degrees warmer right now. And in Fergus Falls, we're at 35. It's 27 in Detroit Lakes with sunshine everywhere, which gives us the opportunity on our visible satellite picture here where you don't see movement of white on the map. That's where we have that snowpack, and you can see that streak of snow extending from around Sisseton up through Lakes Country and back up to Bemidji, where we've had that fresh round of snow that we're going to continue working on melting today. Temperatures into the 30s and 40s this afternoon. We'll be into the mid-40s for highs in Fargo and Grand Forks, and we just build from there as we head into the weekend.
Okay, I like that. Thank you, Lisa. The TV voice of the Bison football team is talking about something other than football these days. March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and Brian Sean was recently diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. It has the strong voice you hear on TV, trembling when he thinks about cancer taking him away from his wife and daughter.
I was really scared about that. You know, I was really, really scared about leaving them and not being there for them and not being there for my daughter when she's going through these important stages of life.
Tonight on Valley News Live at 10, hear more about the crucial catch that led to an early detection of his cancer and what is next for Brian and his family. Now, Brian has been off of those telecasts for Bison games, but he will be back with the crew tomorrow calling the Bison game. NDSU is taking on Illinois State's Redbirds tomorrow at the Dome. Pre-game starts at 1:30. Kickoff set for 2:30. You can catch all of the action on KVLY. Set bail at $1 million for a man accused of continuous abuse of a child. 65-year-old Terry Johnson of Alamo was arrested and charged after the Williams County Sheriff's Office got a report last week regarding sexual abuse of a girl. He's being held in the Williams County Correctional Center. A 27-year-old North Dakota man is accused of sexually assaulting his child's 16-year-old babysitter in his New Salem home. The Morton County Sheriff's Office says the victim and her friend were babysitting Alexander Stump Malam's son when Stump Malam came home and started drinking with the teenage girls. Deputies say the victim fell asleep in a bedroom while her friend was in the living room. Court records say Stump Malam told the friend he was going to take a shower, but the friend walked in on him raping the unconscious victim. Stump Malam is charged with gross sexual imposition and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. A 33-year-old substitute teacher in Fezzen, North Dakota, is facing charges of corruption of a minor and luring minors by computer. The North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation says Seth Flemmer is accused of sending nude photos to a 17-year-old student and asking her to do sexual acts with him. According to an affidavit, the girl met Flemmer once in person and says he kissed her. The victim told police their relationship started at the Fezzen school when Flemmer worked as a substitute teacher. The Department of Public Safety is asking drivers to slow down in Minnesota, saying speed-related traffic deaths are outpacing last year. 59 people have already died on Minnesota roads this year, including a 48-year-old motorcyclist who was not wearing a helmet, a 39-year-old man on an ATV who was racing with a dirt bike, and a driver who lost control on a curve and collided head-on with a pickup. Minnesota state troopers have cited more than 13,000 drivers for speeding through March 4th, 142 of those going over 100 miles per hour. If you go just 10 miles over the speed limit in Minnesota, you'll be fined $110. The annual Unglued Craft Fest is on for its 11th year, and it starts this afternoon. This year, there's a mix of in-person and virtual experiences. Today and tomorrow, 45 vendors are selling in person at West Acres Mall in Fargo. Admission is free. Now on Sunday, 55 vendors are selling items online during the Virtual Fest Day. All weekend will include free virtual workshops, demos, and studio tours that anyone can join. It goes from 4 to 8 today, tomorrow from 10 to 6, and Sunday from 10 to 10. And as we head into the weekend, don't forget daylight saving time starts on Sunday. Springing forward means one less hour of sleep, and the effects can linger. Sleep experts with the Mayo Clinic suggest starting the transition now. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier each night so you are well rested going into this change. And as tempting as it may be, avoid sleeping an hour longer in the morning. The experts say keeping a regular bed and wake time each day can help your body regulate its sleep. Is someone else spending your tax refund? Coming up at noon, why scammers are targeting people who haven't yet filed their taxes. We'll tell you what to do to protect yourself. Plus, 60s by Saturday. We'll get a check of your weekend forecast next.